Ben wants to talk about Dick.
Well, that's normal.
He's tackle happy.
It's going to be like Baz Luhrmann's Elvis.
Oh shit! Hey everybody, it's Glenn, Ben, and Sam from the Good Movie Monday podcast. How you doing? We're here for a Thursday night lucky dip. Sam, you normally kick things off, so why don't you go right ahead?
There's not many in here. I really have to top it up. All right. Drum roll, please. Watchmen.
Watchmen, okay.
Didn't like it. That was a real after the drum bit. That was a real lackluster reaction to the Watchmen there, Glenn. All right.
Didn't like it.
You can get what?
I didn't mind it.
Everyone seems to love it.
I don't know.
Not a Zack Snyder fan at all here.
Oh, okay.
I like Dawn of the Dead,
but that's about the only thing I have liked of his.
Yeah.
Like, I really just have not taken to his work very much at all.
I like the Rorschach stuff.
Yeah,
just with the crazy. He's the guy with the Rorschach mask.
Yep.
What was
I
the
don't
joke?
think people get it.
It was like, I really like that Rorschach guy. I just wish he wouldn't have a picture of my parents fighting on his mask. I didn't like the comic, to be honest. It was one of those ones when I was working at the comic shop and everyone was like, "Oh, if you love like adult comics, then The Watchmen is the one. You got to read The Watchmen. Have you read The Watchmen? Why haven't you read The Watchmen? The Watchmen, The Watchmen, The Watchmen." And I read it and I'm like, who gives a fuck?
I also found the film really convoluted.
Yeah.
Like, it's complicated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that a bad thing?
Talk about it. You put it in there.
I prefer The Boys. If I'm going to watch a movie about where superheroes are actually assholes, I'd rather just watch The Boys.
I think because I always liked Zack Snyder because of his visuals, but that was always my thing. I loved good production design, which makes a lot of sense talking about Elvis. But I think that
before we
but I really enjoyed it, and I think that the theme of it, the overall theme of it, really captivated me in that kind of moral, balance. I haven't read the comic, so I don't know about that, but I have a similar thing. I bought the Dark Knight comic from the 80s, and I've read that, and I was like,
Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah, sorry, Dark Knight Returns, yeah. And I was like, I had the same opinion. I was kind of like, it kind of didn't age well, but I don't know. I think that the actual movie, I think it was I suppose on a second viewing it was a little slow for my liking, but
you know what? I will give it I said Dawn of the Dead, but my favorite Zack Snyder is Sucker Punch, right? That's the one I like the most.
Right.
But
that's the one everyone hates.
Yeah, it is. And it's the one I think so many people misunderstood. We've had that conversation on camera before because it's all an allegory for rape and things like that, right? Whereas a lot of people just see it as a basic fantasy. But Watchmen, I think there's a little bit of integrity there as far as, like you said, the production design. I think that's what it's got going for it, because I don't think he's that great with production design in general. I think he cheats. I think he's pulls the wool over people's eyes with his production design. It's amazing what a green screen can do.
Yeah.
I mean, look at 300. Still, there's not much production design going on there.
But it's still a complete visual. I think that you have to also take into consideration the people that work underneath him as well, like the production designer and the art direction and everything like that. Sure. They're still the ones that like take things to him and say, "What do you think?"
mean the digital animators?
That is true, but they're working to his orders, right? So
yeah, of course.
I just think his films look like cartoons. I'm not a big fan. Having said that, do love Sucker Punch and Dawn of the Dead, but that's about it for me.
I just say my favorite thing about The Watchmen is the fact that I bought the Fancy Pants special edition when it came out, and I sold it for a massive profit.
Hey, it's the movie that kind of brought back was it Haley, what's his name?
Rorschach.
But that was the movie that put him back into he's not quite A-list.
No, Jackie Earle Haley.
Yeah, Jackie Earle Haley.
No, he's the same as he always has been, really. Like since the Bad News Bears.
But I know, but since Watchmen, he's gotten quite a few prominent movie parts.
They let him be him though.
Yeah, that's true. Do you ever see
Friday night? Yeah. No. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Let's not talk about that.
He did the remake.
He's in Halloween as well.
That is like the worst movie of all time.
The remake. Wow.
Yeah. I took back when Ben and I used to go to these DVD swap meets and whatnot. I took like hundreds of DVDs for sale, and Nightmare on Elm Street remake is the one that I had for free. It's the only one I had left. No one took it. No one took it.
I didn't like it either.
Right, Ben, do you want to dive in?
The Little Rascals.
Yay! I watched The Little Rascals 2 for the first time a few weeks ago. I ended up scoring the DVD for the Blu-ray for free, so I thought, fuck it. And I enjoyed it. I mean, as I would.
You didn't have it. There wasn't a nap you could have taken to make better use of your time.
I like it. I mean, I like The Little Rascals. It's who directed that one? That was.
I've never seen it. It's Little Rascals. It's a throwback to those
Penelope Spheris, I think.
Serials, those kind of serials of the 30s.
They had a serial in the 30s called Our Gang.
Our Gang, yeah. And it's all with the Bowery Boys and all that kind of. They used to do those movie series.
It was little kids doing adult things. So you had like hookers and cowboys and gangsters.
Funnily enough, my main interaction with the Little Rascals is Eddie Murphy doing buckwheat on SNL. Bowie.
Pass 3 times a me.
It was Penelope
Spheris.
Yes, Spheris.
She did Wayne's World and things like that. Yeah, look, the Little Rascals, it has Mel Brooks in it. That's fun. It's got some cute moments. I do just like I think I like it's like a kids SNL movie, I think is a good way to put it. And I get a bit of a kick out of it. It's cute.
It would have been better if all parts were played by Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah.
And it wouldn't be a kids movie.
No.
So neither of you have watched it? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, have you seen it?
Yeah, I was literally just saying I got a pickle.
Oh, I got a pickle. I got a pickle. Yeah. I got a pickle. Hey.
As someone who hasn't seen it, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I'll give you a nickel for a pickle.
I had McDonald's for dinner and I asked them to take out the pickles.
Oh, I eat the pickles.
Oh, I love the pickles.
Me too.
Yeah, best part.
I don't care for them. I like pickles on the side. I don't like.
Next time we're at Macca's together, I'll give you a nickel for the pickle.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Oh wow.
I don't even know.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
I don't even really want to talk about it, to be honest with you. Oh, ooh, that was sexy. I should animate some steam on there.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Kate Winslet showed us a lot more.
There are a lot of Kate Winslet.
That's right.
The thing that I find most amazing going back and looking at it now, though, is how much of a kid Leonardo DiCaprio
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it at the time.
No.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah.
And like how different, like in Gangs of New York.
I was
he's like.
I was just really filthy with James Cameron for actually putting Kate Winslet on the map because
really?
When she was in Peter Jackson's movie Heavenly Creatures, I thought when I'm a director one day, I'm going to put her on the map. Like she is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I love her, and I'm going to make her famous. And then James Cameron comes along and fucks it up.
Did it for you?
Yeah.
But, it's amazing how much better he gets along with DiCaprio gets along with Kate Winslet. Like they've maintained a kind of a friendship.
They've made like two or three films together, maybe 2.
And what's his name from Romeo and Juliet hates his guts. Like they don't get along with Claire Danes.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah. Look, I don't hate Titanic. I enjoyed it. Once again, it's a melodrama. It's it is what it is. And, it's a bit long.
It is a little bit long. There could be a few things cut out.
It does have Zayn as an arsehole. He does play good arsehole. He does give good arsehole.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That comes out wrong. That came out wrong.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
His wife, whose name I can't remember, is in it. Cameron's wife.
Oh, well, he's had a few wives.
Yeah, but the one that he dumped Linda Blair for her on
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton, sorry. She's a ginger.
Oh,
plain clothes.
Yes. I don't remember her name.
Amy something or
whatever. Because he was also married to Catherine Bigelow, so
he was also
gets
married
around.
to Catherine Bigelow.
All right, bring us home, Sam. By now you should have that final one ready to go.
I know. I'm sorry. Is
there only one left?
I was so captivated with all the James Cameron ex-wives.
The Titanic stuff.
The Titanic. Ooh, I like that.
The Titanic.
Oh, you can't read it.
What, that one ripped?
Yeah, I know.
It was a bad day when you
how dare you? I didn't even see that.
You're very
Creature
angry.
from the Black Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Yeah, 1954.
Great movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember this is the one that I really like of those Universal.
It's my favorite of the Universal monsters. That and Invisible Man.
I think it's one of the latest ones too. It's not actually part of the original.
It's been absorbed into it.
Yeah, but it was like because
they were 30s and 40s.
30s and 40s, so it's a good 10 to 20 years after all of those.
Yeah. I suppose it's just in the same
at the time it wasn't really even a Universal monster movie. It wasn't like it was made by Universal, but they didn't consider it part of that chronology or whatever. No crossover movies to be had there.
Yeah.
No. I think that those movies it's like they're just so, because they're black and white and they're obviously film, like they just look so amazing. Especially with the with the Blu-ray. I don't think I got the 4K
Everything looks
I've
better
just
in
got
black
the
and white.
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Looks incredible.
I used to present these videos in black and white back in the early days of Good Movie Monday.
Oh, really?
I decided not to.
The
I didn't want to come across as wanky.
There's a couple of scientists who work really hard to give us color, and you're just throwing it in their face.
Mm-hmm.
That's a typical student film thing to do. I did a lot of black and white.
It is a cheat.
I just realized that if you put me in black and white, the color of me doesn't change too much. Literally, my clothes are basically black, white.
You got the salt and pepper. Yeah,
got the grey beard.
Just grey.
Just grey. Only last night I watched the movie Control. You know, the one about Joy Division and all that.
No, it's the other one. It's the other. They're the brothers though.
Yeah. But anyway, that was a black and white film that they shot in color, and it is a great film. It is really fucking good, right? Probably one of the best films of that year. But the fact they just sort of just turned the color grade on it, you know?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that part of it, but you're right. Back in film school, if you wanted to deliver something and just get a little extra point, just put the black and white on it.
Yeah. Not that it looked as good as classic, because you to get the lighting right.
Yeah,
is so
there
important.
Is such an incredible film. Woody Allen made one called Shadow and Fog, I think it's called.
Oh, okay.
And that is a film noir, like a French sort of style film noir, and he experiments throughout the whole film with the shadows and the lights and things like that.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of silhouette stuff. That's how you do it. It's not a cheat. It's like an actual orchestration of various components.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I was just, what was I talking about? I was talking to my mom about Arsenic and Old Lace, the movie, and how they had a black and white version and then they had the color version. But I just felt like the color version didn't lend.
Well, wasn't it colorized? That wasn't the color version; it was a colorization.
But the fact that they had it in color, I just didn't think worked with the whole black comedy of it.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
You know, I've said before, the only movie I've ever enjoyed that's colorized from black and white is Miracle on 34th Street, that original one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it adds a magic quality to it, because it doesn't look like it was shot in color. It does look like it was, graded, but it's magical.
Didn't they do it to a lot of the Shirley Temple movies?
Yeah, and they kind of, I can go with those.
Yeah, I think it's the genre.
Again, that adds to the fantasy a little bit.
The genre
if you're going to take It's a Wonderful Life or Citizen Kane and colorize that shit, it's loses a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like when they did To Kill a Mockingbird, I had no idea that the guy was black. Well, they colorized it.
Yeah, it's true.
I thought they were all the same.
That's right. Right. See you, Sam.
Bye.
Is that racist?
Oh my God.
That's not racist.
It's like in Cry Freedom.
Bru Radley. I'm talking about Bru Radley.
Cry Freedom, man. Like when the guy in the courtroom says to Denzel Washington, "Why do you call yourself black? Aren't you brown?" He goes, "What do you call yourself? White? Aren't you pink?"